Hello and welcome to the Wealthy Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Coach IC. Sa podcast na ito ay pag-uusapan natin ang mga topics tungkol sa self-development, personal finance, and cryptocurrencies trading. Let's get it on! Let's roll intro! Hello and welcome to another special episode of the Wealthy Mindset Podcast. Today is a very special day. It's because I'm going to interview my friend and a former DepEd high school teacher, now turned businessman and salesman. I present to you guys, Christ C.R. Divinagracia. Or Christ Divinagracia.
Hello guys, good evening. So welcome to the Wealthy Mindset by Coach Ian. So thank you sa sticker, Coach.
Walang problema bro, basta ikaw bro. For all the listeners and followers that I have right here, can you introduce yourself kung saan ka galing, kung ano yung background mo before you became a businessman and a salesman?
Hello everyone. For those who don't know me yet, sa mga hindi ako nakita sa television. So hindi po ako hindi ako nakikita sa TV kasi hindi po ako artista. Mukha lang.
Mukha lang artista.
So, I'm real. Christ Cyril Divinagracia. So, I'm from Carmen, Davao del Norte. Tama yung sinabi ni Ian na I was a
teacher.
No. I call myself a resigned teacher because I resigned way back 2019, so matagal na.
Okay.
Before my teaching career, I wanted to become a doctor.
Okay.
Kasi yun yung somehow passion. Kasi hindi yung sabi ng teacher sa elementary or kinder na anong gusto mo paglaki mo. Gusto ko maging doctor because gusto ko makatulong sa kapwa. Hindi yun. Because primarily, I really love science. I studied Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Biological Science in Tagum City. Yung path ko is somehow different sa pathway ng pagiging isang doktor kasi na-change yung mind ko. Kasi I wanted to become a teacher not because I love it. I wanted to become a teacher because I want to make my makarate ang mga MYMP o MYDP. Make your mommy and daddy proud.
Make your mommy and daddy
proud. I came from a family of teachers. Mother ko is a elementary teacher and my father was a former a supervisor in DepEd Davao del Norte.
Wow.
Yeah. That was my background before sales.
Sales, yeah. So, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. So, ito yung question. Kapag sales kasi, bro, usually, ang thinking nila, ay, scam man yan, ay, ano man yan, mahirap ang sales. What drive you, or what has driven you from pursuing a career in teaching to sales? Ano yung drive mo?
Yung drive is very personal kasi, di ba, I wanted to become a doctor. So, nung time na nagtuturo na ako, so my father wanted me to pursue my career to becoming a doctor. That's why I studied Masters in Science in Biology in a specific school in this city, Davao City. So, isang school lang nag-offer nun. So, siguro more kulay blue.
Ateneo?
Basta kulay blue. The blue company,
blue school, alright.
Blue school with the, So, I studied for less than a year kasi what stopped me from pursuing that is because may kumatok sa bahay, which is yung sakit. So, I stopped because I stopped schooling. I stopped pursuing my career, dream career. Kasi medyo mataas-taas yung years of schooling na kailangan. Kasi medyo mahal-mahal din yung tuition ng yung blue na school na yun.
Tama, mahal
so, I stopped. And nung time na kakakuha ko lang nung item sa DepEd that time.
Set for life ka na, di ba?
Set for life na.
Kasi stable na.
Stable na. Yun yung mindset. So, I was programmed to think like this. If I happen to land a job in the government or as a government employee with the plantilla or the item, nakaprogram na tayo na stable na, I can get all my dreams come true na.
Parang ganun.
And somehow, hindi pala siya totoo. Kasi, pagka kuha ko ng yung position na yun, being a teacher, yun nga, nagkasakit yung mother ko. So, alam mo na, saan ako lumapit?
Saan?
Banks.
Sa bangko?
Yes, kasi my mother had no insurance.
Ay, hirap.
Yes, and parang hinold up kami ng doktor kasi napakamahal ng...
Magkano ang bill? Magkano ang kailangan?
More than, siguro. If I can still remember, every 3 weeks, kaya dapat mag-produce kami ng, I think, 100,000 every 3 weeks.
100,000? Grabe naman.
Ganun. So, sakto lang na makaka-loan ako nun. Kasi, pwede na ako mag-loan. I have the authority and the power to take money from the bank.
Tama.
Tama?
Kasi sa sa teachers, ang dali lang talaga ma-approve ng loans. Because, yun nga, na-instill na sa minds ng people na kapag teacher ka or nasa government office ka, stable ka na. So, ibig sabihin, you will spend most of your life paying off that loan.
Yes.
Diba?
Minsan na aabot ng 10 years. Yun,
10 years.
So, ayun, kaka-retire ng father ko, may na-receive siyang lump sum. So, medyo malaki din yun. Still, kulang yung funds para sa treatment ng mother ko.
This is for what type of illness?
Cancer.
Cancer.
Ovarian cancer. It's very common ngayon lalo na sa mga babae. Lalo na kapag, mind you guys, yung mother ko is very healthy. Kinakain niya, majority sa kinakain niya 3 lang. Fish, butas, and gulay. And black rice. Very healthy
Lifestyle.
Yes, but she was so stressed out sa trabaho niya. Kasi grade 1 teacher siya.
Ayun. Yung ano pa, bata. Kailangan disiplinahin kasi malilikot.
And my mother was a very dedicated teacher. Kasi even mag-out na sila, she will really extend her time to make the children able to read. Kasi yun yung parang mission niya to educate the children how to read. Kasi yun yung basic sa grade 1. Tama. So, long story short, nabaon ako sa utang. So, it came to a point na medyo sad story, bro. Kasi dumating yung point sa life ko na during my birthday, kasi I was assigned in a medyo malayo sa bahay namin. So, I think from our house, going to my school, my assigned school, siguro mga almost 60 kilometers yung layo.
Layo. Parang Davao to Tagum lang. No?
Tapos, I really need a vehicle. So, nag-loan din ako. Kasama dun sa niloan ko ba? So, yung motorcycle. So, dumating yung point na hindi ako makauwi. Not because I don't want to go home. It's just that, pag umuwi ako, hindi ako aabot sa bahay.
Bakit?
Kasi wala na akong pera.
Ayan.
May gasoline naman yung motorcycle. Kaso lang, doon ako sa kalagitnaan lang ba? So,
impractical siya.
Yes, impractical for me to go home.
Go home every day.
And during that moment, my mother was so sick na. And during that time, wala akong pang dinner. Mind you guys, I was a teacher na that time.
Pero walang pangkain.
Grabe naman. Grabe. And wala akong pang text kasi wala na akong pang load.
Grabe naman. So, those were the lowest points of your life.
One of the lowest
points. Alright. So, paano ka naka-bounce back doon sa those kind of situation, no? Na sobrang hirap nun. Magkasakit yung mama mo. Siyempre, kapag mahal mo sa buhay, nagkasakit yan, gagawin mo talaga ang lahat para ma-save mo lang yung loved one mo. Kahit magkano pa yan, kahit magkautang-utang, gagawin mo talaga lahat. So, paano kayo nakalampas doon? Paano ka nakalampas sa ganong klaseng sitwasyon?
Actually, I was really praying hard that time. Kasi ako, my personality, Ngayon, as you can see, somehow na-develop akong magsalita. Kasi I was forced to because I am a teacher. Forced ka talaga magsalita. And somehow na-develop siya. But naturally, I'm an introvert. Mas pipiliin kong maglaro ng computer buong araw. Hindi ako lalabas, wala akong kausap. Kasi mahilig talaga ako sa computer. And I really hate sales. I really hated the idea na magbebenta ako. Ganon. Kasi nasa kwarto lang ako. It's not my cup of tea. Tama?
To be talking with people.
Yes.
Because when you're a salesman, yung tradition, lalo na yung traditional sales, you need to talk to the person face to face.
Yes.
So it's kind of going out of your comfort zone from being an introvert, then suddenly you need to become an extrovert just to sell.
Yeah. Then one time, I had a friend. I consider this person one of my closest friend ba.
Tapos?
So, nakita ko siya. He was so different. Kasi magkalapit lang yung bahay namin ba. So, nakita ko siya. Uy, nakaporma na. Uy, naka-polo shirt na. Dati, nagsasandot, t-shirt.
Yeah.
Tapos, naka-black shoes na. Dati, naka-chinelas at saka basketball shoes lang. Napaisip ako ba, ano kayang ginagawa nito? So, I asked him, Art, what are you doing? Then, sinabi niya sa akin na may ginagawa daw siyang selling something. So,
na-curious ka?
Na-curious ako. This was prior na nagkasakit yung mother ko. So, yung mindset ko is focus talaga sa pagiging teacher. Kasi,
tama.
If you're expecting, during that time, I was 24 years old. During that time, I was 24. And you're expecting to earn at least 20,000 pesos a month. Na kahit anong gawin mo, basta wala kang ginagawang masama, yun yung kikitain mo forever. Kasi stable na eh.
Stable na.
Tama?
Sureball na yun.
Sureball na.
Sureball na yung 20K
per month. Sureball na 20K per month. So, I passed. Pare, pass muna. Kasi ayaw ko niyan. I hate sales.
Ayun, kasi nasa comfort zone.
Nasa comfort zone.
Pero yung nagkasakit yung nanay mo, ano nangyari?
Ito pa, napakaganda. Kasi I was invited again by him. Sabi niya, kain tayo sa Jollibee. I know some of you guys familiar sa linya to. So, sino bang, bakit ba siya nag-invite ng kain sa Jollibee? Dati ako pa minsan naglilibre. Kasi I am fond of what do you call this? Sa Bisaya, bangka. Bangka, magluto-luto kami sa bahay, ako yung gagastos. Napaisip ako, bakit kaya? So, ang ginawa ko, tinanggal ko yung thought na yun. Nakafocus ako sa Jollibee. During that time,
kain lang.
Hindi ako nag-lunch.
Okay.
Hindi ako nag-merienda. So I was really expecting a good meal during that time. So pumunta akong Tagum pa yun. Tagum City. Pagdating ko doon, walang table.
Bakit?
Naka-line up yung chair parang classroom. Uy, ano to? Tapos may nakita ako sa gitna, may table. On top sa table, may nakita akong projector. Uy, seminar. Uy, networking. So, what happened? Nandun na ako. So, I was expecting a meal. So, kung uuwi ako, wala akong makain. So, I stayed. For the sake din naman sa friendship namin, kasi hindi ako makatanggi ba. So, nagstay ako. Grabe yung na-witness ko. Ay, grabe! Power! Million! Ganun. So, after the event, umuwi ako. And,
nabusog ka ba?
Hindi din. Hindi ako nabusog.
Okay.
So, nung time na wala na akong pera, kasi nag-loan na ako eh. What happened? Bumalik yung friend ko. Bumalik siya sa bahay. So, may sinabi siya ba? Art, anong gagawin mo na nagkasakit na yung mother mo? And wala ka ng pera. So, you have to do something. Doon ako napaisip.
Tama.
So, sinabihan ko siya, after nun, a day after or two, sinabihan ko siya, Art, baka pwede akong magbenta niyan. Kasi during that moment, wala na kaming pera.
Desperado na.
Desperado na. So, I asked for, kumbaga, umaangkat lang ako ng product sa kanya. And for me, that is very difficult kasi ayaw ko magbenta. And hindi ako marunong.
Yun.
And due to the fact na kailangan ko ng pera, I was forced to do it. So, from transition from being a teacher or hardcore employee, I was converted to become a salesperson because of, by virtue of no choice.
Yan.
Kasi I have
desperation. Virtue of desperation. Iba talaga yung guys, yung nagagawa ng desperation. Kasi yung kagustuhan mong ma-save mo yung nanay mo sa bingit ng kamatayan dahil meron siyang cancer, doon lang yung pivotal moment para masabi mo na I'll go out of my comfort zones and sell anything just to save the life of my mom.
Tapos ito pa yung post ko sa Facebook. Friends, bilhan niyo ako ng sabon. Kasi yung binibenta ko that time, yung inaangkat ko is sabon. Nakita niyo naman, kung nakita niyo ngayon, medyo somehow, and thank you din sa lights. So nakikita niyo na ako. Medyo naglighten na yung skin ko konti. Pero during that moment, napakaitim ko guys. And I was selling Kojic soap and glutathione.
Uy.
Am I the right person to sell those soaps? I think no. But I really wanted the money. And yung kita ko doon, kasi inaangkat ko lang. Wala. Kasi friend ko din. So I will earn 20 pesos per soap na mabenta ko. So binigyan niya ako ng 10 soaps, ganun. Tapos ibenta ko. So what happened? Napost ako. Friends, bilhan niyo ako sabon. Pangbili lang ng bigas. So I was emotionally selling through Facebook. And that is very, what do you call this? Very amateur type of selling. Kasi nagmamakaawaan ako that moment. Kasi wala na akong magawa eh. And then during that moment, kaya ko pala. Kaya ko pala. Pero, I don't know if this will be posted at makita ng mga friends ko. I don't care. Pero, I have a colleague, a friend, somehow, nabenta ko pa yung ngipin ko para makabenta ko ng 2 sabon.
Grabe, no?
Yes, that's hard. And pumunta ako sa bahay ng co-teacher ko sa isang private school kasi I was teaching in a particular school in Panabo City na Catholic school. So pumunta ako sa bahay nila na may bulak pa sa ngipin. Kasi tinanggalan ako ng ngipin para makabenta lang. So what happened? Kumatok ako sa bahay nila.
Tapos?
Bilhin mo ako ng sabon. That's very hard sell. Heartbreaking. And very, parang nagmamakaawa talaga ako para mabenta.
Mabentahan lang.
So, during that moment, syempre, binilhan ako kasi friends kami. Tapos medyo naawa siya ba? Kasi alam niya yung condition ng mother ko. So, what happened? I asked her a favor. Kasi napuno na yung yung bulat ng dugo. So, can I use your bathroom? And para maka-change yung bulak. So those were the hardest moments during my sales career. Kasi napakahirap magbenta ng sabon na pampaputi kung ikaw maitim.
Tama.
But due to my why, kasi napakalalim ng why ko iyan. Kasi if I will not do this, wala akong makain. Tama? And knowing you're a teacher tapos wala kang makain, napakahirap. And I think there are a lot of teachers right now can relate to my story kasi being a teacher is not bed of roses. Diba?
Tama.
I don't know if nakarelate yung iba, naubos na yung loan.
May loan na pera. Tapos, yung ATM, sinangla pa. Why can I say that? Because I did that. Experience for yourself.
So after doing those kinds of things, those selling, somehow, I decided na magpa-member.
Okay.
Sa isang company.
From parang retailer to an actual member. Company.
So, ginawa ko yun through selling a lot of soaps and lotion. Pampaputi na lotion. Effective din yung lotion. Kasi pag lagay ko dyan, makita talaga na puti. Kasi maitim ako.
Yan talaga. Ganyan talaga.
So, I managed to buy a certain package amounting to, I think, 14 to 15,000. And during that moment, is very expensive na. That was way back 2014. So, 9 years ago. Coming 10 years na. Pinatuloy ko lang and somehow, yung hard work ko nagbunga. Kasi napakalalim ng reason ko kung bakit gusto kong maging successful. So after 8 months doing that kind of networking, so I'm not afraid to say it, I did networking because I have no choice. I had to sell para mabuhay. Then I needed fast cash kasi sa networking mabilis yung pera.
Bukod sa sa affiliate commission na yung mga downlines mo, meron kang makukuha. Tapos meron ka pang sales sa product, talaga mabilis talaga yung pera as compared to a regular 9 to 5 job.
Yes.
Para sa akin, okay, bakit ako may magbenta? Okay naman yung product ko. Subok naman. Marami namang tumatangkilik sa product ko. Tsaka, kung iisipin ko, bakit ako may magbenta na merong umaasa sa akin na pamilya ko, na meron akong maiuwing pera. Kasi the end of the day, guys, it's all about providing for your family. And it's all about your why you're doing this one. And coming from a place of no choice to becoming one of the best salesman, it's something na nagawa ni Christ. It's because of desperation. And somehow, it's very inspiring na hindi talaga masama mag-sales. Kasi isipin mo, sales is the lifeline and blood of any business.
Tama.
Kahit anong business, kailangan magaling ka magbenta. Lalo na kung ikaw yung business owner, di ba? Siyempre. Dapat ikaw yung master salesman. So, never mo talagang ikakahiya yung pagiging salesman.
Tapos ito pa, sad part. Kasi I was doing it part-time. So, there are a lot of rejection. Kasi hindi ako marunong. Kasi beginner. Tapos introvert pa ako. Tapos maitim pa. So ang hirap makabenta. Pero pinush ko lang. I even lost a lot of fair weather friends.
Ayan.
Yan. I even lost them. Kasi hindi ko man sila binentahan, pero they're mocking me on Facebook. So it's very hard for me.
Yun.
And isa pa masakit, they know what's the reason behind why I'm doing it. Because we're very close. And they know that my mother has cancer.
Yun.
So, napakasakit.
Sakit siya. Talaga.
And awa ng Diyos, after doing that for quite some time, I think mga 8 months, 8 months doing it part-time, I managed to buy my first car during that moment,
Bro,
2015, after 8 months.
Magkano naman yung mo, boss? Yung bro? Yung sales mo at that time?
I think hindi ko na siya remember. But I was able to finance or to make a down payment for my car. Kasi I really need the car kasi hindi siya pang hype. Because ito experience namin to, kasi I have to fetch my mother from the hospital. So, galing chemo, papuntang chemo. So, I don't have the means of transportation. So, sometimes we ride a bus. Pero, as a cancer patient, hindi ko siya pwedeng ipasakay sa aircon. Kasi enclosed. So, napakaraming bakterya dyan. And, wala kaming choice. Sasakay kami ng deluxe.
Yung non-aircon? Yung walang aircon?
Walang aircon. Kasi open air. Mas safe yun. Hindi pa rin maiwasan. May uubo doon. Sa kabila, may naninigarilyo. So, yung mother ko dito, tinatabunan ko siya ng parang shawl ba? Just to protect her. And sabi ko sa sarili ko, I really need a car.
Ayan.
So, during that moment, umuwi ko ng bahay. Ma, labas ka. Labas ka. Bakit na? I have something to show you. Pinakita ko yung kotse. Maliit lang yun na kotse. Yung Hyundai Ion.
Yung K-car, yung hatchback.
Yes, yung hatchback. Kasi yun lang yung kaya and I really need the car ASAP kasi for the transportation
purposes. Saka sa business mo din, sa pagbebenta mo. Mas magiging madali na lang yung pag-meet up sa prospect, pagka-transport ng product, diba?
So So what happened? Kasi yung mother ko, siya yung pinaka-negative na ginagawa ko yun. The reason why our parents doesn't want us to involve into some kind of businesses, lalo na networking, kasi they're not negative.
Yeah.
They're not negative, but they are just concerned with
they're being overprotective. Yes. It's because yung mga parents natin usually, lalo na if you are coming from a family of employees,
yes,
and their mindset is iba. Talagang hindi ka nila papayagan na mag-venture doon sa business na yan. Kasi what if ma-fail ka? What if masaktan ka? What if ma-scam ka?
And they don't want to...
They don't want you to experience that. However, you are missing out on a lot of opportunities, lalo na sa learnings when it comes to actually level up. Kasi saan mo makikita yung 8 months meron ka ng sasakyan? Di ba? Kung regular employee ka, tsaka katamtaman lang yung sahod mo, I know everyone will bash me or I don't care. Pero talagang iba talaga yung kitaan sa sales.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up mga ka-wealthy? Yung ating The Wealthy Mindset Podcast community is now open. So, anong pwedeng gawin dito sa loob ng community? So, if you decided to join, more community engagements, meaning you will be able to share your insights, yung mga questions mo, or kung ano yung mga gusto mo pang matutunan sa ating mga next podcast episode. So I would like to hear from you guys kung ano yung gusto nyong marinig or kung ano yung pa yung mga gusto nyong makita or matutunan sa ating podcast. Aside from that, we are giving out free webinars, free cheat sheets, free learning materials to further improve ourselves, our finances, and of course, our craft in trading. And of course, namimigay din po tayo dito ng mga discounts, lalo na sa mga mentorships natin. So ano na? Lalagay ko lang yung link sa show notes natin, guys. Join na kayo sa The Wealthy Mindset Community.
And ito maganda. Sabi ni Ian, iba ang kitaan, yes. But the reward is very heartfelt. Kasi why I said that? So, I acquired the car. Sabi ko sa mama ko, Ma, di ba sabi mo, ayaw mo akong magbenta-benta ganyan. This is the fruit of my labor. During that moment, umiiyak yung mother ko. Ako din. Kasi I'm a mama's boy. And sabi ko sa kanya, Ma, mahatid na kita sa hospital. Mahatid na kita ng church na hindi tayo nababasa ng ulan. So, for me, that's very fulfilling. Kasi after nagkasakit ng mother ko, during that moment, I decided for myself na I really wanted to make my mother happy. Kasi dati, earlier, I made the decision to become a teacher kahit hindi ko gusto. Kasi I want to make my parents proud. Pero nung na-change yung circumstances, sinabi ko sa sarili ko, I don't want to make them proud. I want to make them happy. So that's very, mas malalim na yung...
Malalim na yan, yung reason na yun.
And from then on, nag-shoot yung career ko. Naging lumaki. Somehow, ito pa maganda. Kinidnap ko yung parents ko. Iyan.
Kinidnap?
Kinidnap ko. Sabi ko, Ma, Pa, mag-alsabalutan kayo. Kasi I have the means na. I have the money na. And I was single during that time. So, akin lang yung pera ko. Mag-alsabalutan kayo, punta tayo somewhere. Tapos, nung time na yon, they were asking me, saan tayo punta? Kasi sa teachers, sa world of, sa mga teachers, may mga events kasi, mga seminars, conference. So, they were really having those conference in hotels.
Yeah.
In Davao, especially in Grand Mensing, mga ganon, Apo View. Pero they never experience somewhere the hotel near near Rojas, yung
Marco Polo Hotel.
Sabi ko sa mother at father ko, Ma, stay lang kayo dyan sa cafe. May transaction lang ako. Doon kami sa Marco Polo. During that time, I was a member. Kasi may membership club yung Marco Polo at that time. So, I was one of the members doon. So, from walang makain to become a member.
Bilis, no? Ang bilis ng progression.
I think 2 years siguro. 2 years.
2 years when you started sales.
Yes,
Ganun
2
na.
years.
Grabe, no?
2 years. What happened? I made them init. So, tinagalan ko yung transaction doon. Di nila alam, nag-book na pala ako ng room.
Di ba?
So, sabi ko, Ma,
check-in na.
This is your room for tonight. Enjoy. So, that moment, napakalaki ng smile ng mother ko. Kaya, so, my decision to do sales is really worth it.
Worth it talaga
Worth it talaga.
And, yun, wait lang. Nag-light pa ba siya? Green. Okay, sige. Padayin pa. Ano nga sabihin ko? Nalimutan ko. Tingnan nyo guys. Napakabilis ng progression. No? 2 years. Ganun na yung naabot niya. Kapag afford na siya sa Marco Polo, which is like a 5-star hotel here in Davao.
4 lang.
4-star hotel in Davao. And yung mga ganang moments, guys, priceless yun. Tsaka, sabi nila, money doesn't buy happiness daw.
No.
Pero, I tell you guys, money does buy happiness, especially for those people you love.
Paano mo mapakain yung anak mo? Paano mo mapa-Jollibee yung anak mo? Kung wala kang
pera.
Sabi nila, money is the root of all evil.
Pero in fact, money is actually neutral. It's just a tool.
Amplifier.
It's amplifier of who you are. So, for example lang, nung wala ka pang pera, mayabang ka na. Guess what? Binigyan ka ng maraming pera, mas yayabang ka.
Bang.
Sorry, real talk lang. Kung ikaw naman ay someone who is generous nung walang-wala ka pa, how much more if meron kang pera, di ba? Mas magiging generous ka pa kapag may pera ka. Mas marami kang, in fact, mas marami ka pang maiitutulong kapag meron kang pera. So, I think for our last question, so what happened after that? Success, nandun ka na sa taguktok or sa tuktok ng tagumpay, or rurok ng tagumpay, and what happened next?
What happened? So for me, I compared to kasi I'm not really fond of comparing myself to others. Kasi yung kalaban ko lang number 1, is myself. We should never have to compare our success or failures to others kasi you'll get disappointed.
Okay.
Because sa mundo, we have to accept na may mas magaling talaga sa'yo. May mas mayaman. May mas gwapo.
Mas maganda.
Mas
maputi.
Yun.
Mas matangkad.
And we also have these people na mas below sa atin.
Tama.
So, you should never compare. For me, I experienced that kind of success kasi I was able to make my family happy and my father proud. Pero that moment, kasi nagta-travel na ako, ganun. Pag gusto kong kumain ng ganito, makakain ako. Kung gusto kong pumunta ng somewhere, makakapunta ako. Destination outside the Philippines, ganun. So what happened, my business got bigger. To the point na I don't have to look at my ATM sa work na. So, kasi I was having the passive income kasi kahit tulog ako, merong papasok. Much bigger compared to my salary as a teacher. Then, dumating yung point iyan na pinaka masakit. Kasi the reason why I'm working so hard kasi I have these 3 important people sa life ko. Kasi ito yung reason, sila yung reason kung bakit ako
nag-grind.
Yes, nag-grind. Una, si Lola, yung mother ng mama ko, tsaka yung mama ko, tsaka yung lola ko. So, 3 sila. So, way back 2017, November 11 p.m.
Grabe no?
Remember ko, di ba? Kasi you can remember a specific date and time and ano yung suot mo that time. Because there is a strong emotion attached to it. Kasi that moment, namatay yung lola ko. And during that time, nung namatay yung lola ko, nasa hospital yung mama ko. Because she has cancer that time. So, I am the one na nag-stand para magsabi sa mother ko na namatay na yung mother niya.
Grabe, no?
So, it's really
heartbreaking moment.
But, thankful din ako sa mga trainings na nasalihan ko. I made myself really strong kasi kapag nagpapa-weak ako, sino na lang ang magdadala?
Tama.
So, during that moment, namatay si Lola. Nabihan ko sa mama ko na ganito. Ma, I still can remember those words. But not exact. But sabi ko sa kanya, alam mo naman na we're just temporary in this world. And as we grow older, mas malapit tayo sa kamatayan. So, ma, si Lola, nag-rest na siya. So, for me, my heart is really crying that moment. And during that time, I was still teaching. I was still doing my business.
On the side?
On the side. 8 to 5, 7 to 5, including the travel. Duty as a teacher. Uwi sa bahay kasi may lamay kay Lola. Tapos punta sa ospital. Ay, hindi pa. After lamay, asikaso konti, business. Tapos after business, hospital. Tapos siguro mga 2 to 3 a.m. na ako makakauwi sa bahay. Duty pagka bukas ulit. Patuloy lang ang buhay. So that was the cycle for siguro 9 days. Kasi 9 days lang yung burial. So I continued my pero I was hurt. Kasi human as we are, pag may namatay, masakit talaga. Lalo na isa sa mga important people sa life natin. Tama. My lola was one of my rock ba. So siya ang nahugutan ko ng lakas. Somehow, after 3 months, sumunod yung mother ko. That was February 14, 8 a.m. Valentine's Day. Yes. Imagine those people, very important to you, nawala. Valentine's Day. Kaya nga after the death of my mother, hindi na ako nag-celebrate ng Valentine's Day. And somehow, during that moment, kasi my mother was the reason why I'm really working hard.
Tama.
Kaya kong magpakamatay sa daan. Kaya kong magpa-reject ng 1,000 times. Kaya kong magpabuli. Kasi maitim ako. Magbenta ako ng pampaputi. Okay lang. I did it because of for her. To make her happy. Pero, nawala siya. Kumbaga, sa Nescafe ba? Nawala na para kanino ka bumbang.
Yun.
And
nawala yung why.
That reason is very clear to you and suddenly nawala. So my purpose nawala. So yung drive ko sa business
nawala din. Kaso lang, ang good thing lang, medyo na-establish ko yung business ko. My business during that time can run somehow autopilot na. Kasi kahit wala akong ginagawa, may pera na pumapasok. Kasi I was able to create leaders. Somehow, itong challenge, after couple of months, sumunod yung lolo ko. So, in less than a year, tatlo sila. And those 3 people are the most important thing in my life. So, guess what? What happened to me? I got diagnosed with major depression disorder. And may anxiety disorder din. So, suggestion ng papa ko, kasi during that time, my father, syempre, nawala yung better half niya. So, masakit din para sa kanya yun. And ang father ko, may sakit sa puso. So, to do that, so, he went to a psychiatrist. Walang nakapag-suggest sa kanya na dapat psychologist muna. So, he was drugged. Kasi, reseta yun. Reseta. Drugs yun, narcotics, antipsychotic. Ganon yung pinapainom. And during that moment, nagbe-breakdown ako, bro. I was driving. Kasi, in the Philippines, mental health is really disregarded ba? One of the underrated issues. Depressed ka? I-shop mo lang yan, bro. inumin mo lang ng tubig yan, bro. Ay, ano lang yan, bro? Itulog mo lang yan. Mawala lang yan. Lilipas din yan. And you know why? Bakit ganun? It's because Filipinos talaga, as we are focused more on survival. Yung 3 meals natin a day. Ano tayo makakapag, hire ng psychologist, psychiatrist kung wala kang pera, di ba?
Tama.
Napakamahal ng mas mahal pa sa mga specialista yun sila.
I still can remember this very tiny drug. Ang tawag doon is hindi ko malimutan yun. Clonazepam. Rivotril.
Mga antidepressant?
Hindi, it's a narcotic. Narcotic na yun. Na if ever a psychiatrist will give you a reseta for that day, you have to buy that drug during that day. Kasi pag bukas mo pa yun
bibilihin,
hindi na valid yung reseta. And I happen to know a person na nagtatrabaho sa isa mercury drug na yung sabi niya, kasi na-share ko sa kanya yung iniinom ko. Yung drug na yun, naka-vault. Naka-vault sa likod ng...
vault.
Hindi siya nakalagay
Naka-display.
Display. Naka-vault talaga.
Okay.
So that's prohibited somehow.
Regulated
siya.
Highly regulated
Drug. So I was doing...
Magkano isa?
Basta for 3 months, yung gastos ko, siguro less than, siguro, umabot ng almost 20,000. Ganun. I don't know na hindi ko na maalala kasi that was way back 5 years ago.
So, coming from success, nasa taas, parang biglang bumaba yung buhay mo. Parang di naman back to zero kasi meron ka namang business, pero parang yung ibang aspect ng buhay niya ay nagkaroon na naman ng downside, no?
Yes.
Parang biglang bumagsak. So, ang tanong dito is, how were you able to battle that depression and conquer it? And how were you able to become the Christ real na nakikita, nakakausap natin ngayon?
Actually, long story pa, bro.
Pwede naman 2 parts yung podcast.
Okay.
No? So, okay lang.
What happened was, the only reason why I continued, kasi nadagdagan yung reason ko, iyan. Kasi there are a lot of people na umaasa na din sa akin. And that made me continue what I'm doing. So, may mga tinutulungan akong tao. If you can search my name online, Crazy Red de Vinagracia, on Facebook, you can see a lot of posts there na hindi ako nag-post. So, mostly mga appreciation posts. Yun yung mga taong somehow naging reason kung bakit ako nagpatuloy. Kasi nawala yung 3. Lola, mama, lolo. So, I continued somehow kasi actually okay ang networking. Kaso lang, careful kayo sa sasalihan yung company. Especially Filipino-owned companies. Kasi there will be instances na kasi it's controlled by only one person or 1 or 2 person. Okay, iyan. Kunyari, tayo may-ari. Okay na siguro tong pera.
Takbo na tayo.
Hindi man takbo. Pero change na natin yung compensation.
Okay.
Gawa na naman ng ibang system. Magsisimula ulit. Parang
reboot.
Yes, nag-reboot. Ang tawag doon is parang to prevent na ma-overpay kasi marami nang kumikitang malaki. So, ang tawag doon, nag-reverse binary na.
Reverse binary.
So, gawa ulit ng system. Bago. So, yun yung downside ng networking. Walang ceiling, kaso lang, it's only controlled by a few people na, kunyari ako, I gave my all. Dugo, pawis, lahat. Pinusta mo na. Nag-loan ka pa. May utang ka pa. May mga investors ka pa. Tapos biglang, change. Napakasakit.
Yun.
Tapos, say for example, yung may-ari at saka upline mo, may alitan. So, transfer ng company to another. So,
split.
Simula ka ulit. So, careful kayo. Because I really learned valuable lessons the hard way.
The hard way.
Okay ang networking. Kaso lang, careful kayo sa mga companies. Much better engage in a US-based company. Kasi may certain, kasi sila department sa government na nagre-regulate sa isang company ng mga multi-level marketing. Kasi dito sa Philippines, walang ganun. Anyone can start a network marketing company.
Anyone?
Anyone.
Okay.
Anyone.
Okay.
So, hindi stable yung
Companies. So, ano nangyari?
So, what happened? Na-burned out ako. Kasi from one company, nagsiraan yung management tsaka yung leaders. Simula ulit. May nag-create na naman ng company, may offer. Simula ulit. So, napakahirap. And during that time, wala nang gana. Kasi may reason why.
Nawala na.
Tapos, ganun pa nangyari.
So, ano yung naging bago mong why? Naghanap ka ba?
Wala na. Came to a plateau. Nag-plateau yung life ko. Nag-plateau. Then, I suddenly decide not to involve in networking na naglaylo ako. And somehow, medyo, let's say for example, you have an organization and you have problems. May mga tao talaga na whatever you do, may it be positive or negative,
may masasabi.
May masasabi at titirahin ka talaga, lalo na sa personal life mo. Even though you help them a lot. And I was a victim of that. Tinira yung credibility ko as a person kasi nagka-depression. So, lumipat ng company, nagawa ng company, hindi ako kasali. And I built that group for a couple of years. So, I was betrayed.
Ay, parang
ganun, full stop, plateau.
Tapos, boom!
Hindi pa, ganun pa, diminishing.
Tapos ganun.
So, I involved into, kasi I was curious mind. I am a curious mind. I have a curious mind. So, I was searching online how to create wealth online. So, I happened to search for means of getting money online. So, I stumbled upon trading, forex trading to be exact. Yung mga first batch noon, yun, the way back 2018. Yun. I was learning, I was trading, pero yung profit, maliit.
Kasi maliit ang account.
Maliit yung account. Kasi hindi pa ako sure if lalagay ko yung pera doon, kasi makonsider mo talaga siya na pag hindi mo talaga alam yung basic, consider mo talaga siyang sugal. So, may hard-earned money, ayaw ko siyang isugal.
Tama.
So, may idea ako sa trading, konti. Trade konti. And here comes the one big event way back 2019.
Pandemic.
2019. Yung mga double your money in 15 days.
Arjen.
Yung mga times 2, times 3, times 4.
Totoo yan bro. Totoo yan.
So, nasa isip ko, why would I work hard
if may easy money?
Reading those news, investing.com, blah blah blah, na mga tawag ito, mga indicators, MACD, ganyan na. Why would I work hard for that? Na may easy pala. So I was able to, I was one of the few people na nakapag-start sana yung mga naunang nagsugal. So, before, kasi may mga kakilala ko yung mga nag-start ng ganong mga investment. So, yung iba talaga yung una ka sa information ba?
Kasi makauna ka.
I was able to be that person. One of the persons
na
nakasabay sa first wave.
First wave.
So, I had money. Siyempre, may income tayo sa tapos naka-invest tayo sa ganun. So,
meron pera.
I was living the life. Kasi, my portfolio, siguro mga 20x.
20 times.
I was able to 20x my portfolio.
Initial investment.
Yan.
Tapos, ano nangyari?
Ang nangyari, shoot up. Balik to happy life. Kasi, wala nang reason. The only reason kung bakit ako nagpatuloy is the money. Yung money yung naging identity ko noon
money.
So during that time, happy. I was able to relax. Though may organization ako ba na somehow nakita nila. Siyempre, nag-network tayo. I was doing events na somehow nung last time napuno ko yung Big 8 Hotel, yung ballroom doon. Ganun kadaming yung tao ko. So, medyo may pera. Eh, nalaman nila na naglaylo ako. Naglaylo ako, pero nakita nila yung lifestyle ko na bumili ng kotse, gano'n. Hindi ako nagsusuot ng hindi Lacoste per day. Everyday Lacoste yan. From bag to shoes to belt, Lacoste. Yan. So, ganun. And during that moment, pa-travel. Siguro, nag-spend ako ng birthday. I'm sure you know Shangri-La. Shangri-La Hotel is expensive. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Di ba yung pinakita mo sa akin na trading view ng Shang Enterprise, napakataas.
Yung stock market. Pinakita ko.
Yeah, napakataas nun. Kung mahal ang Shangri-La sa Philippines, how much more sa Hong Kong?
Ayun lang. International.
I was able to stay there for almost, siguro, a couple of weeks during my birthday.
Grabe na.
Diba? I was able to enjoy myself. Nag-birthday ako sa Disney. Ganun, yung pangarap ko before.
Na dream come true na.
Dream come true. Ganun. Sabaw, nakita yun ng mga organization ba?
Ng mga tao.
Ng mga tao ko. Mga investors ko. Then, alam nila na yung Tagum, sikat-sikat na nun.
Thank you for listening to the Wealthy Mindset Podcast with Coach IC. Kung marami kang natutunan at kung gusto mo pang matuto, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify for more valuable content every single day and every single week. For inquiries about paid mentorship sa trading, free one-on-one coaching sa trading, and free financial planning sessions, please don't hesitate to send me a message. See you on the next episode, guys. Peace out.